Ever hit send in Outlook and nothing happens? No error, no warning, just a message sitting there doing absolutely nothing. In this lesson, I'm going to show you exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how to fix it quickly. Because in most cases, Outlook isn't broken, it's just waiting for you to spot something. So as you can see, I've got my inbox open, and if you have a look down here, you can see that there is a 1 in the outbox. Now, you don't always see the outbox. It depends on the version of Outlook that you're using, but normally Microsoft hides the outbox unless there's something in it. That indicates that there's something in there. So let's just have a look and see what it is. And here we are. You can see that there's a message here that I'm attempting to send to Alan Graham. It's a project report, and it's stuck in the outbox. So the first thing to do is to check and try to see what's happening. So what I'm going to do is double click on that message to open up the email. And we can see here that I'm sending it to Alan. I've got a subject line in, I've attached my file, and it's not going. And so I'm going to close it again now and go up to send and receive to check whether I'm actually online. Aha, so there we have the culprit. The work offline button is ticked here. Now obviously this is the desktop version of Outlook. If you're using the web version or Microsoft 365, then you're going to be connected anyway. So that won't happen. You can't turn the connection off. But if you are using the desktop version, it's always worth checking. So I'm going to turn it back on again, and then as soon as the internet connection resumes, you should see that disappear and appear back in sent items. You can speed things up just by hitting send and receive. You may also find that an email is stuck in the outbox because it's got an attachment that's either too big or it's an attachment that's prohibited. So I once worked for a company that prohibited any images being sent. So any file that had a JPEG or a PNG or any other image extension was prevented from being transmitted. You couldn't download anything and you couldn't send images. So what we used to have to do is put them into a PowerPoint presentation and send the PowerPoint file instead. And that was a workaround that we use. And there we go. So if we check the sent folder, you can see that the email has now moved into the sent folder. Incidentally, if you're using the online version, Microsoft 365, you don't normally experience any problems with emails not sending. It generally sends them all. If I open a new email here and send to Alan, I'm going to call this a project report, and I'm going to attach a file to this. I'm going to attach a large file. You'll get a warning. See, how do you want to share this? Your file is pretty large, 11 megabytes. You can keep the email small by sharing it with OneDrive. So if you want to, you can then upload and share as a OneDrive link, and then you just send the link instead of the complete attachment. So worth knowing that if you are using the online version. However, if you do attach it, it normally sends. And there you are. You can see that it has actually sent. So don't normally have a problem with the online versions. The next thing you can do if that doesn't work is to open the email again, copy the whole thing, paste it into a brand new email, and then try and send it again. You've also got send and receive settings up here. So if you have a look at this, you can trigger send and receive manually. And then as a last resort, if nothing else works, then close Outlook and open it up again. And sometimes just refreshing the copy of Outlook that you have open will make the sent items appear. So if your emails aren't sending, don't panic. Check the Outbox, check your connection, and check what you're actually trying to send. Because most of the time, the fix takes seconds once you know where to look. So just make sure that there's nothing that is prevented by your organization from being sent. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this channel. We have lots more Microsoft 365 tutorials on udemy.com, and you'll find a discount link in the description, especially for YouTube viewers. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. Bye for now.